All right, guys. So in this recording, in this video, we're going to be talking about how can we add writing to our part. So if we actually have part, how do we add writing and which different types of writing can we add? So as you can see here, I have a 2x4 block. It's 2x4 and I extruded it 1.5 inches thick. So it's 2x4 by 1.5 by 1/2, I'm sorry. So it's basically a block, right? So within this block, we want to write on it, meaning like I want to put some nice writing on it. There's two things that you can do. One of the things that you can do is called emboss, Emboss, and then the other thing that you can do is called engrave. So I'll show you the difference between the two. So if I go ahead and start a sketch on the front of this face, so this particular rectangle, on top you see a little text box. So if you click on the text box, you could actually highlight the section in which you're going to write text. So if I highlight this section, it gives you the text that you want to write, which you have to put at the bottom of this box. And then you have your text font, which you basically can change it into whatever you want. So there's a bunch of different fonts that you could use. Just pick whichever one works for you and then play with it, see which one you like, and then go with that. So let's say, for example, I want this one and I want to write the SPHS logo. So I'm going to write SPHS and say, okay. So as you can see now, it's pretty big. So a couple things you can do once you have this already drawn. You could grab the corner and you could drag it around to wherever you want within that rectangle. You can grab the corner and squeeze it. I don't think it likes that. Let me see if I can make it smaller. Okay, so if you want to make this bigger or smaller, the easiest way to do so is to set a dimension. Right now, I know that my rectangle is set to like 2x4. So if I dimension my text is set to 1.52 inches. So I want to make it smaller than that. So I can make it smaller by just dimensioning that block of text. So let's say 0.80, whatever, just a random number that's smaller. And then I can dimension, actually, I like this as it is. Seems a good size. Let's say 2.5. So the point is, once you have your text exactly as this, you can move it and drag it around wherever you want. If I want to put it right in the middle of it and say, okay, I'm happy with the location of it, I can go ahead and click the little checkbox and say I'm happy with that text. Now there's a couple of things that I can do. I can emboss it or I can engrave it. Emboss means having the letters stick out. Engrave means having the letters like engraved within the part. So basically like carving out the letters. All right, all you need to do for that is extrude it in one direction or another direction. So if I click on part one or the text within that part, as you can see now, it's going up 1 inch. That's way too big. Typically engraves are like 0.1 inches. So you could actually see it, 0.1, 0.2 tops. This will be an example of this text being embossed, meaning like it's sticking out. If you run your fingers over this piece right here, you'll feel the letters as you run your fingers through. You could also do engrave by just modifying that extrusion in the negative direction. So rather than going 0.1 deep in one direction, you can change the direction by pushing the arrow, or you can make it negative. It's up to you. And then click the little check mark, and that should engrave it. Oh, that one didn't like it. Okay, so let's try that again. That's why I didn't like it. So if you're going to engrave it, you have to click remove material, right? You don't want to add material, you want to remove material because you're taking some material out. Click the little check mark, and now you have the engraved SPHS. Okay. Okay, now for this next part, I went back to my original block, right? So I have this block, so this blank surface that I can draw on. Now let's say, for example, you want to put the cardinal logo within this block. The best way and the easiest way to do so, it's literally by tracing. So what you want to do is, if you guys remember the assignment that I gave you guys where you had to create a pool rail, so the little handles to go inside or to exit a pool. So basically, you imported an image into the CAD modeling part file, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing for this piece right here, for this section. So what we're going to be doing is on the bottom left-hand corner, there's going to be a plus sign where it says Insert New Element. I'm going to go ahead and click on Import. I want to import a drawing. Actually, you know what? I have to get to sketch mode first. So first, let me go ahead and click Sketch. I want to sketch on this surface right here. Now I'm going to import a picture. So on my desktop, I have a picture. I think I called it Cardinal logo. There we go. So if I click on Cardinal logo, it'll upload it. And then you can set it down wherever you would like to have that Cardinal logo. Oops, so it has cardinal logo.png. All right, so it gave it to me in a different part. So let me try this again. So let me not be in sketch mode this time, because I think that might be the issue. All right, so once you have the Cardinal logo uploaded, so my mistake, once you have it uploaded, you only need to do that one time. I will add the Cardinal logo within the assignment so you guys can go ahead and download it and then upload it to Onshape, to your Onshape account, so you can have it. But basically, once you have it uploaded onto your Onshape, once you are in sketch mode, so right now I'm sketching within this this surface. One of the options on top of your sketch mode toolbar is DXF. So it says insert DXF or DWG. If you click on that option, the little arrow next to it, there's an option that says insert image. So click on insert image. Your Cardinal logo or any other picture that you uploaded onto Onshape that you imported will appear here. So I'm going to go ahead and select cardinal logo.png, and then it's going to wait. Where do you want me to put it? And you can basically select the location of where you wanted to put that logo. All right, so there's where I want my logo. I can actually move this around to whatever location I like. You can dimension it according to that rectangle. And once you're happy where it is, you can go ahead and select OK. Once you have that logo wherever you would like it, now it's just a matter of tracing. All right, so I'm going to create another sketch. So I have, what is this sketch? I don't think it's anything. Okay, so I'm going to create another sketch on that same surface and basically trace this out. And then once you trace this out, you're going to use the extrude command. So to be able to trace this, I'm going to direct your attention to not line, but the spline tool. So basically this spline, you can create curves. So if I select spline, it allows you to create curves according to some like common locations. So if I want to create this beak, obviously this beak is curved, right? So there's an actual curve. Sorry, so that actually would not be the better one. Oops, no, let's go back to sketch mode. So I'm going to go ahead and use 3-point arc. 3-point arc is basically creating that little arc for the beak. So I can create this point, and then just kind of like extend it out. And I have the beak, or the top of the beak. Try to make it as close as you can to the original image, and then you have the top section. Then I'm going to create the bottom arc. So you have this point, and then you can connect it to this one, and you can keep on going that. Once you have everything interconnected, then you could actually extrude and etc. If you want to create some more complex parts, again, let me direct you to the spline tool. So spline tool allows you to create more diverse geometry, right? So basically it goes from one point to one point, connecting it with a curve. So this is just an idea of what it can do. So if I go ahead and select spline again, I can say that this point is going to be connected to, let's say this point, and then I can keep on going in the direction of the head of the bird. Obviously, this little bird is not perfectly not a perfect curve, right? Because the angles change as you go along the head of the bird. But if I use my spline tool, you can follow the path all the way till you get to the whole entire perimeter of the bird. All right, so once it starts to get too linear, you can go ahead and use that tool and make it curved, or, oops, sorry. Or if that's not good enough, you can use the 3-point arc command. All right, so just so you guys can see what the capabilities are, if I use another arc, let's say from here to there, and then just curve it in, tracing the bird or the beak of the bird. Let's say I'm done with the whole thing, right? I can select finish, and then after that, I can go ahead and extrude that drawing. Right now, the only thing that I have within the sketch is that the beak, right? So that beak of the bird. Make sure that everything is interconnected. If it is not perfectly connected, then it will not let you extrude anything. So if I double click on sketch 3, I need to make sure that this is actually connected together perfectly. And if it is connected together perfectly, then it'll let you extrude. So let's see. Now let's say I want to make an extrusion. So extrude, sketch 3. And then now I want to, let's say I want to emboss it or engrave it. So I want to make it go 0.1 inches in the negative direction, remove material, and select OK. Oh, was that the wrong direction? I think it was the wrong direction. So let's make it positive. There we go. As you can see now, I have the beak of the bird. Obviously, you guys are going to have way more way more things to worry about. You're going to have the actual completed logo, right? So here I have the beak of the bird that is perfectly engraved wherever I wanted it within my part. Okay. Hopefully this video was helpful. This is what you're going to be using to emboss, engrave, or put a logo on your project.